I got you, man. Take my hand. Let us leave behind the sexism, racism, labelism, and all the isms. Lose the hocus pocus, the focus of homophobia. This claustrophobia has smothered us for too long. Time to shake the soul loose. Let it lead our lives and break free from the noose, the excuses, the blame and lies that I am better than you. To hell with these brands, they just won't stand anymore. I'm not society's pimp anymore. I got a mind of my own, and so do you. I gotta find my throne, and so do you. You know, even if you thought you were a non-energy, would you live the direction of a belief, because that's the best you could do in divinity, or a belief in non-divinity? You know, or I guess the third one would be believe someone's going to save you and give you divinity. But I'm going to believe that I am divinity even if I didn't know it, because it's very verifiable that you can look at science, quantum, whatever, and see that we are energy. We manifest illnesses, we manifest all kinds of stuff. So, you know, how do you know that that little 10% of faith that the universe wants you to kick in isn't the difference between being divinity and not being divinity? Haha, I'm divinity. Ascendeds I've been shown, angels be known, and every extraterrestrial sister and brother who we've been taught to be too afraid to discover are the key to uncovering all roads, all races, all ruled on Mother Earth far too long. We are the power. And now it's time to look this harmless, deathless death in the eyes and bring it on home. Namaste, my beautiful friends. I am Soul and so are you. SoulogyOneStudios, rocking the Gnosis of soul, bringing in the apocalypse. It's not a nightmare, but instead, it's the beginning of a glorious dream. So bring it, claim it, be it, live it, love it. And I'll see you on the soul highway. How you doing? It's Todd Medina, SoulogyOneStudios on a Sunday afternoon. Check this out. It's a man named R.L. Burnside, American blues pioneer, comes from a family of blues musicians. They played the blues, handed down for generations, picking up instruments at 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. Where did it come from? It came from their ancestors. This is part of how they dealt with their pain and their misery and slavery. You know, when they came to this country, their spirituality was taken away from them. They were given a different religion and a different God, so to speak. Well, you know, after they were freed, for lack of a better word, a lot of them became sharecroppers. And the way they dealt with their life, the misery and the pain and the limitations of their life, was through their spirituality. Now, you know, on Sundays they went to church. We're not going to deny that. But I'll tell you what, on Friday and Saturday night, they used to get together on the old plantations, and they'd get these instruments they'd make out of anything. And they'd start singing and dancing. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. They start shaking the soul's ass. Did you ever think that maybe what this whole trip is about the universe, and somehow in our origination in this universe we helped design this, a situation to help us grow our power, to grow our unconditional love, to grow our wisdom, and to grow our magic by going into ourself and relying on ourselves. The self-reliance of the soul. That's spirituality. I tell you what, that stuff went deeper for them than that church on Sunday. You know, here they were worshiping a man-made God. Not that there's not a one power, because you know I believe there is. But they were worshiping this man-made religious icon that was given to them by the same people who gave them that good book, the same people who took them away from their homeland, took away their spirituality, took away their freedom. They enslaved them and then tried to save them. Ever stop to think that maybe it's not about you're better than your brother or your sister? I'm talking family here. That you're better than your mother or your father. Did you ever stop to think about that? Did you ever stop to think that every single thing we have focused on except for one thing hasn't worked? Everything hasn't worked. Now there's one thing we haven't tried, and that is the 3 words, I am soul. My point is the music did more to save them and keep them in their roots than anything else, and the same holds true for everybody else, because we're all the same. Absolutely. What was enslavement and for my people, the Mexicans, having land taken away, and anyone else that's had any type of suffering in their lineage? What is all that? It's the Matrix. That's all it is. It's the Matrix. It was either Plato or Socrates that said, the more I know, the less I know. So everything is a simple, profound truth. A lot doesn't need to be said. When we look at the Matrix, it's the same way. With the Matrix, it's anything outside of ourselves, anything that takes us away from the belief that we are divinity. It's very important to remember that the first order of the day is I am soul. You are divinity. And all that that means, all that that encompasses. I am light, I am faith, I am peace, I am courage, I am wisdom, I am selfless, I am fearless, I am compassionate, I am forgiveness, I am brotherhood, I am open-minded, I am sisterhood, I am transgenderhood. Did you ever stop to think that this whole trip is about us stepping into our own power? Well, now the time is ripe. The 5 dimension is bringing in new frequencies and vibrations. Nothing that has worked in the 3D world is going to work in this new world. We're all gods and goddesses, and we've got to get back in touch with that reality. And when I get out here and I rant and rave about 9/11 and about the lies in history, I'm attacking the institutions and the states of this world and the religious institutions of this world. I'm not trying to turn anybody against anyone, but it's against a thing, and that thing is formed and accepted out of this human consciousness, and I will call it the Matrix, and it keeps us from finding our own divinity. That's what it's all about. Nothing. Not the same books that that have been written and that we've read. Not the religions that we've followed and given our money to and given our sins to. Not these countries. Not the concepts. It's new. Step into your own power. That's what this is all about. Bring new frequencies and vibrations. Trust the unseen hand. It will come back and show you how to do it. It'll help you lead the way because you yourself are leading the way for yourself. Now, one way you do that is to get in touch with your soul. Don't let anyone stand in the way of your dreams. Don't let anyone stand in the way of your intuitive power. If something feels right, get out there and do it because it'll take you home. Here you go, baby. Yeah. Now, let me show you how I do it. Ready? Woo! Church on Sunday. Soulogy style. Todd Medina, SoulogyOneStudios. Sampling a little bit of an instrumental version of a great song called One Day by the great duo UGK, Pimp C, and Bun B from the south side of Houston, Texas. Yeah. Got a little soul speak. The soul vibration is a slow vibration. You know, can you remember those times in your life, real pivotal? Like when you were a little kid and you fell off your bicycle, and as you were falling, everything slowed down. Or that car accident you were in, and your car's spinning around and everything just slows down. The day you got married, when you caught that Hail Mary touchdown pass, or when your kid was born. Over and over again, this is played out in our lives. We're in too much of a hurry in this world. We got too many worries in this world. We go to bed at night, lay our head down, and we can't sleep, thinking about the bills and the pills and the booze and the smoke. Hey, those aren't the only addictions. Everybody has their Jesus. They're no worse than going to church and paying these people for our sins, telling us what to do and how to live. And what about these countries, these states, with their imperialistic virtues? Yeah, virtues my ass. Enough of this. What we need to understand is that we have the power. We are the co-creators. We can no longer blame the Illuminati and the dark cabal and the dark principality and these bloodline royalties in the Vatican, CIA, FBI, NSA. We can't blame them anymore because their strongest energy is coming from our very own thoughts, the center of the universe, which is our soul. We can feed this darkness or we can feed the light. Don't focus on that darkness. You just give it power. Don't blame it on somebody else, because that responsibility is on you. That's what this whole trip is about. It's a little soul speak word for the day. Todd Medina, with a little bit of UGK One Day instrumental. SoulogyOneStudios wishing you peace, power, protection, and big ass love for you and yours. And remember, one means one.
Yo, I feel like I'm trapped inside my mind. Emotion in my lyrics, I was never hard to find. Double with and verbal Uzi spraying, manifest a rhyme or two inside this vocal booth. I knew the only thing I wanted was shoot the light, illuminate my mic. When I spit the shit, I'm gripping it tight, and then on the right, my third eye, envision a sight in which I'm laying down inside a sanctuary. Your thoughts I pinch to reassure that I'm still alive and find a beat to lynch. A marksman, my aim, homie, is infinite. I'm definite, you ain't flowing so cold with it. I stay in it until I become one with it. I jumped out only to have some fun with it. I'm so gifted, prolific, materialistic dreams inside my mind have been evicted. The only thing I'm hoping for, my mind is so get lifted. Turning down the radio, not a single track specific. Well, I swear I wanna stop. Now I keep it moving till I make it to the top. Shit, man, we swore we'd never stop. Now we keep it moving till we make it to the top.